Hey guys! Welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while. I do apologize. I have just been completely defeated by wedding planning, and then the weather is working against me. It's been really cloudy the past couple of days. I think because of the hurricane that's down in Florida right now. I have no idea why, but it's been so overcast and crappy the past couple of days. I haven't been able to film, so thank you so much for hanging in there with me. I have an update for my Pan That palette as well as my Finish 16 and 2016. As always, let's do the palette first. So there have been quite a few changes here. So here's what I'm working with right now. So these two shadows had shattered earlier this month, and I went ahead and I repressed them. I'll go ahead and insert a before and after here. So after I repressed them, I started using them, of course, and I hit pan majorly on Mink, and I have just the tiniest little sliver of pan in Buff as well. Since the last update, I have expanded the side pan on Sugar. I have expanded the pan a little bit in Fawn. I've gotten a little bit deeper in Barefoot, as well as Dolce. I've been using Dolce every day. This shadow is so hard packed, it's impossible to hit pan on this. I don't understand. Like, I'm telling you, I wear makeup 4 or 5 days a week. I'm using this palette exclusively, and I'm still not hitting pan on these two shadows. It is ridiculous. Like, I'm at the point where if I don't finish this by the end of the year, I'm just gonna throw it out. Like, I've been using the same palette every day for this entire year so far, basically, aside from that trio that's in my other challenge, but like, I've been using it almost exclusively, and I'm not seeing the progress like I expected I would. So there's that. I've been using Kitten every day as a face highlight. I've expanded the pan a little bit past that middle ring there, but not by much. It is still pretty high around the edges there, so I'm still really frustrated at this palette. I feel like the last couple of updates between this and my Halloween project, the main word is frustrated, and I'm not sure what else I can do. Like, I'm using the products as often as possible for the most part, and I don't know. But that is where I am with the palette. I'm really happy about the progress in Buff and Mink and expanding the pan here in Sugar, but I will be more happy when I see some pan in these other two shades here. So there's that. I do have some good things to report for my Finish 16 and 2016, which is that I finished 1 1/3 products. So if you know what's in my project, you'll probably understand that. But the one product that I did finish is the Lumene Matte Touch Deep Cleansing Peat Mask. So all of this up here is dried out, and I'm not going to use that. That's gross. I got this at TJ Maxx for $4.99, I think. So I think I got my money's worth out of it for sure. This was a pretty nice mask. It didn't overly dry the skin, but it did help balance my oils. I liked it. I don't think I would purchase it again. I have so many masks in my stash right now. It's nuts. But this was good. And then the third of an item that I finished is the Rimmel 60 Seconds Nail Polish in I Lilac You. I had used thinner in this quite a few times to get every last drop out, and I know there's probably like a little blot in there, but I can see through the bottom. There's little dots of light coming through the bottom, and it's just not worth it to try and fuss with it anymore. I was putting thinner in it and then holding it upside down, dripping it onto a metal palette, and then dipping my brush into there to get as much of it as I could. I like this polish. I do have a new lavender polish from Ciate that I'm excited to use, but this was a really nice formula. Since I finished those items, I have, what, 7 2/3 items left in my project. So let's just jump right in. This is the Balea Charcoal Nose Strips. I'm still at the same number as I was last month. I think that's 3, I think. Yeah, I have 3 left still. I just haven't needed to use a nose strip. So yeah, still at 3. The next thing I have here is my Physicians Formula translucent powder. This is where I am with it. The packaging completely broke on me. It's like wedged down in there now, but it like completely separated from the little thing, because you can flip it up and it's got a brush or something underneath. I can't get it. But anyway, that's where I am with it. I had repressed this a little while ago, and the repressing was just like a gigantic mound of powder, so I'm slowly working away at it. I thought I was going to finish it by this update, but I didn't. I am using it every day that I go to work, which is about 4 days a week, and I don't know, there's more in here than I thought there was, but I can certainly finish this up by the end date, of course. Something that I still cannot get a progress mark on because I can't see where the product is no matter how I shine a light at it. This is the Maybelline Master Conceal by Face Studio Camouflaging Concealer in 10 Fair. I actually started using this as an all-over foundation on days where I wasn't going to work. I could just wear this if I needed to run some errands. I would just use a little like dime size, less than a dime size, like a pea size amount, and spread it across my face, and then use my Tarte powder as like a powder foundation to just give me more even coverage. It's fine. I wish I knew where I was with it, but I have used it quite a few times this month. The next thing in my project is the Maybelline Color Tattoo by Eye Studio in Pomegranate Punk. So that's where I am with it. I might try pushing it a little bit more because that slope is getting a little bit crazy. But I'm starting to use this again because I was focusing on that Rimmel taupe eyeliner as an eye base. But I've gotten into this, especially now that we're getting into fall. I'm using it every day that I wear eyeshadow, 4 or 5 days a week. I like it. I'm ready for it to get away from my collection. But it's fine. It's still creamy. It's still going. I will have progress photos at the end of the video from last month's update to now. So you might be able to see some difference. I haven't taken the photo yet to compare, so I don't know. The next item in this project is my NYX Butter Lipstick in the shade Pops. I have been rotating between this and using that, the Balm gloss mostly, so this is where I am with it. I don't understand. Does it refill itself? I'm using it at least a few times a week, and I'm still at that same mark from last month. I don't understand what is happening. I keep trying to focus on this little nub so I can get the line to move, but it's still not moving. So anyway, I do really like the formula of this, so I'm not in like a big hurry to finish it up, but like I'm just shocked at how long this is lasting. My next product is my NYX Eyebrow Cake Powder. This is in dark brown. I'm not working on the wax because I don't like it. I'm just using these two powders. I'm expanding the pans in both of them. I'm really happy about that. I don't think that I can finish this up by the end of the year, but I do really like both of these powders. I use the darker one in the tail of my brow, and then I use the lighter shade in the middle of my brow and work my way to the front. I'm trying to be a little bit more minimal with my brows because sometimes they can look really crazy, and I'm trying to get my technique down for the wedding so I don't look like a crazy person in my photos. But I do like these powders. They're fine. I'm fine with continuing to use them. Just 2 more things to update you on, and they have like no progress, and I'm really just unhappy with everything right now. This is the Wet n Wild Knock on Wood Trio. It is still shattered. Yes, I have had no time to repress this, so that's where it is. I did use actually all 3 of these at least once this month, even in its shattered state, but no visible progress. And finally are the other 2 shadows. No. Finally, the other 2 nail polishes in this project that went along with the Rimmel one. This is the e.l.f. polish. It's just like a nude color. I used this once, but the line did not go down, so I'm not marking it. And then the Wet n Wild Fast Dry, I'm wearing it under something else right now, and I had to add some thinner to it, which means that it sort of increased the volume of the nail polish, so there's no progress line to mark on this either. But I am like down to here, so I think that I can finish both of them up by the end of the year. I did finish one other nail polish this year, so I finished up 2. So those were all of the products that I have left in this project. If you have any tips or tricks for me for the things that I've been struggling on, please let me know in the comments. Like this video if you enjoy project pans, subscribe if you aren't already so that we can stay in touch, and I will catch you all in my next video. Bye guys!